Yes, thank you, random telephone guy who called and set up a tour of Studio Stage today at 11 o'clock this morning. Said he'd be there at 4, and at 4:30 when I called you, you said that you weren't going to take the tour after all. Thank you for that, because now I get to sit in rush hour traffic as I try to get back over the hill for my meeting tonight. Thanks, dude. Decided to pounce on me. I just fed you. Literally just fed you. You're welcome. You in the mood to play? I can hear Jake. Jake's in the mood to play. No, don't Mynock my power cable. I said no. No, okay. Hey, good morning, afternoon, whatever it is. I'm currently headed down to, pardon me as I hit the elevator, currently headed down to Studio Stage today to give a couple of tours. And then tonight in the space, Jen's gonna be letting in one of our regular groups, a spoken word class that specializes in storytelling. Sort of like the Moth. You think the Moth Radio Hour. I think some of the people that are involved in that are actually involved in this, which is really cool. On the steel breeze. Ah, back gate's open today. Our friends upstairs must be doing something. Alright. Here we go. And more keys than a janitor. Opening up the space, opening up the space. Of course they locked the inner door. You don't need to lock the inner door, guys. And it's dark. Let there be light. My 2:30 actually got here early, and this is my buddy Mike Coleman. Mike and I have known each other for years. We used to be in an improv troupe called Dungeon Master together. Improv, back in the day. And the Dungeon Master's still going, but we've moved on to other projects. Mike has actually formed a couple of different groups. One of them is called Tales of the Extraordinary, and he's here checking out a Studio Stage as a possible venue for Tales, what is it, the 10-year anniversary show?
Yes, we've been going 10 years since the first podcast aired.
Oh, wow,
yes.
Okay.
I mean, technically we recorded it in 2007, but the guy took forever to get there.
Okay, yeah, that happens. Not that I don't have 3 weeks of footage already stocked up that we just never got around to editing or releasing for this, So I can see how that goes.
But we eventually started doing in 2008. Well, maybe we'll do another anniversary show. We did live versions of our show, and then we kind of alternate, and then eventually people are like, "When's the next show?" So we're just like, "Screw it, we'll just do them all live." So we've been doing them live for the past 8 years.
Yeah, and you guys have done it at the Hollywood Fringe Festival and conventions.
Yes.
You guys been to a bunch of conventions too, right?
Yeah. Because a lot of us are voice actors, so we'll travel around. No, we didn't do AX, but we did do another one down south. We brought our adventure show to AX as well. It's basically much the same cast. And it's similar to Dungeon Master. It's sci-fi. We get the audience on stage, we move them around. That was huge at AX, but yeah, it's great. Basically, it's whenever you go to a convention where there's voiceover actors, you can just be like, "Hey guys, I need you to do this." And they're like, "Okay."
That's fun.
Yeah, especially when there's a script that you read.
It makes it really.
It's a radio show. I should probably mention.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of being on stage in Tales when you guys were at the Fringe. I was a French waiter at one point, or a maitre d' or something.
That was vampires and werewolves and bears. Oh my!
Yes, that's right. Yes, that was a fun time. So
we're gonna make someone in the audience. I'm trying to figure it out. We're basically we're doing our first ever story arc.
Okay.
From 2008.
Oh, you guys are you're repeating the
We're
original.
gonna do it live. We never did it live, so
wow.
it's the first time we're gonna do the entire thing through with as many of the original cast as we can, and some of the new guys like Matt Mercer, Taliesin hopefully will come back, and Monty
And those guys
Gordon.
are from Critical Role, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah, so
they went on to Critical Role.
That I mean, the funny thing is like I'd see Matt and Taliesin around Ground Control Karaoke way back in the day, back when it was at Jules Catch One, but
That was 'cause of Tails.
and never really got to know them.
Our adventure show folded, then suddenly Critical Role went up, and we're like, hey, it's half our cast on there. What's going on?
Well, that's awesome.
We still do conventions with Taliesin, and like people will come up to like Street Fighter because they're all Street
Oh, yeah?
Fighter voice actors. And
Because
they'll
you're
come up.
Cody, right, or Guy?
Yeah. No, Cody.
Cody.
The guy lives down the street.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. But yeah, people would always come over to Taliesin and be like, oh my God, Critical Role changed my life. And all of us are like, whoa.
Wow.
Oh, Talison's all right.
Yeah, no, I'm actually finally making my way through Critical Role. I'm like Mr. Missed everything the first time around. So I'm in the middle of episode 4 right now. Of 115, so I'm hours and hours behind in content. But I actually missed like D&D 4th edition pretty much. So like
That's okay.
Yeah,
Matt and I would always argue about that because he liked it.
Yeah, I played it a couple of times and enjoyed it, but I'm really enjoying 5th right now. So
It's fun. Yeah, it's simple and just sort of.
it's just like, hey, just tell the fucking story, you know, and
Yeah.
that's like the whole point is to tell the story and have fun. So, but yeah,
anyway.
so 10 year anniversary. The show is what, February 12th?
Yes, February 12th, 2008 is when it aired. So I looked it up and I was like, hey, Monday, February 12th, 2018. Let's do it.
Yeah. So
We're going to be here on the stage, just have some mics. We'll have live bands in between each episode.
Yeah.
And make the audience does all the sound effects. So practice your gunshots and your vroom, things like
Vroom
that.
and
yes. No matter
ding.
what we write on there, it's like, it'll say gunshot. And instead of like going bang, they go gunshot. It's like, no, don't read it. And then we'll probably, we improvise commercials, although we'll probably do some of the classics. But we asked for a suggestion for a 1920s commercial. We'll make it up on the spot. I'll edit it later so it makes sense.
Nice.
And then maybe I'll grab someone from the audience, have them be a Frenchman.
Way. Awesome. Well, I'm very excited about that, man. So yeah, it'll be a great time, and we'll put some plugs out on it so everybody can remember. And I'm sure we'll have Mike back on future episodes.
That was not.
That was not.
Nailed it.
Don't ever change. All right. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, see you in the next clip.
So I'm just kind of hanging out waiting for the writing pad and just sitting on our stage. Sometimes I like to sit on our empty stage. There's lots of pretty amazing memories that happen here. This is where Theater Unleashed has some of their first shows. I performed on the stage a lot. I've performed Caliban on the stage. I was Mark Antony on the stage. It's been pretty great. And now we get to run it, which is amazing. So much theater going on right now. Tomorrow, It's a Wonderful Life opens, which I directed up at Theater Unleashed. And tonight, Very Die Hard Christmas is rehearsing, which Greg is directing, and that opens Sunday. And on Saturday, we are doing a fundraiser holiday craft fair thing at Theater Unleashed, which I'm making jewelry for. And of course, I haven't had time to do that very much this week because I've been in rehearsals and hosting Thanksgiving and all kinds of things. So tonight I'm gonna go and try to make a bunch of jewelry and hope that our cats don't get in the way of wire wrapping very much. They will. It'll be super annoying. So we'll see how that goes.
A little bit more spotlighting.
Uh-huh.
Lights going out.
Whoa.
It's a good thing we have these macros put in. So yeah, this is just the church preset. If they want something more spotlighty, you can angle the two lights in to kind of crisscross at the mic, but I'd rather not have to do that and fuck up R2's plot.
No, let's just leave it.
Okay? I'll just leave this up.
Okay. We're getting ready for the writing pad show tonight, so we're getting the lights set. Do I look lit?
You look lit as fire, baby.
Yay. So their setup's really easy. It's just one mic. This is clearly a Greg height mic right now.
Yeah.
It's really high.
Mic check, 1, 2. Well, let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest. Bring a vest for you, Jimmy, it's the city of sex. We in the Sunshine State with a bomb-ass hemp beat. State where you never find the dance floor empty. And pimps mean on a mission for that green. Lean, mean, money-making machine serving fiends. I've been in the game for 10 years making rap tunes. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoon, now it's 95, they clock me, watch me, diamond shining, looking like I robbed Liberace. But it's all good from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city's taking pay. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way, because G's putting it down for California, IA. Mike's on.
Wow. So here we are in our front lobby. I was so excited to see our plants. They're growing like crazy. Greg calls this one Cthulhu because it kind of looks like Cthulhu. But it's huge. It used to be this big and now it's like taking over the world. So yeah, it's awesome. There's another little orchid over here that's really, really sad. I don't know. Does anyone know how to fix orchids? Because it used to be really nice, but now it's not. But anyway, this is our front lobby where I did all this painting, and then we have some places to put just, you know, whatever the shows want to put on there. They're chalkboard squares, so you can write whatever you want. And these guys, what do they have? It looks like, oh, they've got all their donors. All the people that donated to Richard II. It's very cool. And then over here, I did this tree on the wall. It looks like it's really fancy and that I'm like a good painter. I'm not. I just stenciled. It wasn't even a stencil. It was like a sticker. And then I put some paint over it. And all of this paint was Oops paint at Home Depot, where people mix paint and it's like the wrong color or whatever. So it's on mega sale. So I still have a ton of it left. I thought I was gonna use a ton of it, barely anything, because most of that's mixed with water. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Here's our postcard rack in the lobby here. At Fringe time, it is super, super full, but right now we have a couple shows up. These two shows are the ones that Greg and I directed, not here, up at Theater Unleashed, which is in North Hollywood. So there is A Very Die Hard Christmas, which is hilarious and amazing. And Greg directed that one, and I directed It's a Wonderful Life. And that opens tomorrow. This is in its 6th year. This is in its 3rd year. And they're wildly popular, so come check them out. November 30th to December 17th. It's gonna be awesome. Just turned our rope light back on in the booth. It was off. I'm not sure why. There's well, you can't see it because it's dark. But there is an outlet up here, and it was plugged into the top outlet, and I guess that stopped working, which is odd. But now there's a little bit more light in the booth up here. It can be kind of hazardous without any light. But there you go, looking down on the Richard set. So now we're just going to wait for the writing pad to get here. Their lights are all set up and their mic is set up, so they're gonna be good to go.
So I'm here with Drala, and she's my 1 o'clock appointment today. She's coming in with her crew to take a look at the space for
walking around.
who they're walking around, scouting the space as we speak. They're scouting for is it a movie?
It's a web series.
Web series.
Yeah, we're
okay.
only shooting the pilot, which is 30 minutes long. It's called Exy.
Exy. Okay.
Yeah, we're very excited to be able to use this theater.
Well, we're really excited to have you. But tell us about the show. What's it going to be about?
It's about a young, broke, and lost actress in Los Angeles, and we just see what Los Angeles is like for broke, dumb
for
people.
broke artists. Oh yeah, I love it. That's awesome. It's very relatable out here. So
Hopefully, yeah.
I think I will watch it and cringe only because I'm going to be like, I've lived that, you know. So well, that's awesome. And when are you guys looking at? I mean, you're shooting here in January.
Yep.
When do you think you're going to get your first episode up?
We're thinking March.
March.
Yeah, that's
Well,
ambitious.
That's yeah. That'll be a quick turnaround, but I bet you guys could do it.
I think we can.
That's awesome. Well, we'll definitely be sharing it on our social media when it launches.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
and
much.
thank you for booking here. We're excited to have you guys. So
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Should we shake on
Yeah.
film?
Why not? Let's do it. There we go. Done deal.
Awesome.
So I'm over at my favorite restaurant right now doing an editing session for episode 2, and I realized I forgot to give a shout out to this. We put out the bonus episode of What We Do When We're Dark last Friday, and I tweeted it, and within seconds, this happened. That's right. author Sam Sykes, one half of the team that actually put together the epic Twitter thread that we read, liked and retweeted us. So, Sam, thank you so much. You and Chuck, you guys are hilarious. We love the thread. Greg and I are both big fans, so thank you very much for writing it, and also thank you for enjoying our video and giving us a shout out. So thank you guys, really appreciate it.
And then Mr. Jake says, now you know what we do when we're dark.